Hi, my name is Jenny Kim, and welcome to issue 36 of Trade-Offs and Triumphs. This week, we will be speaking about saying goodbye, resources for the week, and some closing thoughts. First, on saying goodbye. This past weekend, there was the iconic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II mourning the loss of her husband at his funeral. As she sat all alone in that pew and gazed ahead and listened to the people and the music around her, I wondered what is flickering through her mind, what memories and emotions are her heart and her mind experiencing. Oddly enough, that portrait reminded me of my late grandmother. When my grandfather passed away, my grandmother came to the United States to visit with 3 of her 9 children. Everybody was worried about her, and I, as a young child, didn't really understand what the concern was about, because when she actually arrived, she seemed perfectly fine. She was very stoic, she was very reserved, and she could still have the death stare that immediately told you better behave without uttering a single word. But then when she visited our tiny New York City apartment, and she sat there on the sofa, and my mother was preparing something for all of us to eat, my mother turned on the cassette tape player. It wasn't very much, but we had a very meager collection of cassette tapes, especially around old Korean music. My mother turned on one of those cassette tapes, and the next thing you knew, my grandmother listened as the mournful sounds of a former Korean singer spoke about the days when she was a young bride, a long time ago, walking down that long road. I translated some of the verses, and I've also included a playing of that particular song. It's about a young bride from an aristocratic age. Listen, listen for the wailing, for the mourning. It was the only time I ever saw my grandmother with wet cheeks. Resources for the week. Just as photographs are art, so is the Louvre Museum available for all of us to peer virtually as well. Pretty incredible to think about all those pieces of art you can peer and look at from the comfort of your own home, although nothing beats actually visiting the Louvre. And then similarly, Leonardo da Vinci's digitized notebooks are up there, a man of many talents and many ideas. Check those out. And finally, on closing thoughts, think about habits, think about consistency, and think about bridges, long, tall, and beautiful. Thank you for reading, and thank you for watching. Have a great week, and I'll see you next week. Take care.